Hi, this is Kevin, and this is my summary of what the life cycle methods are. I guess my one biggest takeaway from this was um, when to use the waterfall method versus when to use agile. Um, and I realized that not every case can be used with agile because of how critical certain matters can be. Um, so if you're building a project that is dependent on the full construct of everything to be prepared, I think waterfall would just be like the prime reasons of why we would want to use it versus not. And agile is always a very modern way of taking pushing out a code, having people look at it, reviewing it, and revamping it, and doing it over and over and over. I realize that not every case can be that. So if you were to build a bridge or something, give an example that um, in the video, I don't think you can go back and restructure that bridge after it's created, right? It's just not very reasonable. Like that you can't just deconstruct portion of the bridge and just to revamp it. So I think that was a really good takeaway for me. Um, I did have an internship, and I think I did see some of these pillars exist. Reduce complexity. I used to write a lot of code, and I see that it would be repeated in certain portions. And my senior developer always tells me that to reduce it, to place the files into like a utility files and call it. And instead of like doing hard logic, there are some functionalities in JavaScript that simplify the actions. Um, in terms of diversity, um, yes, I think I've seen it too. I feel like there was a lot of in and out in terms of like the product of the things that we need to be using um, to try the program. In terms of testability, yeah, I think every component we created had to be tested in some way. And so, for example, like HTML components, we had to use just to test the function if it's still working, or in a way, or inside of our JavaScript, we will have to design our code so in case it fails, we get some type of error. And as and for the standard, I think every time we program a certain way, there's a structure in how we want to do it. Right? We don't want it to be like different from one screen to another, or also be really messy to understand what's going on. So I think we're using a I believe it's called a Airbnb um, JavaScript style. I believe Airbnb JavaScript style guide. Yes. So I think it's one of the ideas of how certain ways you should structure your code. Like this is considered bad, but this is considered good. So we just usually follow that for the most part. Um, so my work environment revolves mostly on agile because it's not as critically demanding as a waterfall method. We're always pushing out products, and I'm always having a senior developer review my code and tell me what I did wrong, and I have to go back and fix it. And the cycle just keeps going on until I get approved, and then it gets pushed into a development cycle where the development team tests this out, and if it's not working, then I have to um, check it out because of like all the potentials, um, different combinations a user can be putting in, and it could break the code for no apparent reasons, I guess. And then classical mistakes. Yes, I seen many classical mistakes. I think one of the common one is like when one programmer expects say, oh, I can handle the code and they take it in. I think this is mostly in like group projects where one person's like, hey, I can hold the weight for everyone else. I can just program this entire thing. But then it's really difficult, it's really hard, and it's time consuming as well. So they don't actually end up finishing it, and it actually brings the entire group down. I think it's really important for us to separate and distribute the workload. Yeah, thank you.